welcome to my city. So behind me is Nottingham Castle, of course. So this was founded in 1068 by William the Conqueror. So I'm assuming a lot of you have heard of William the Conqueror, yeah, big name, right? So he actually built this castle. He did pass away 19 years later after its completion though. It has actually been one king that's lived here, and that is King Edward IV. He actually lived here in 1461, so many moons ago. But actually King Charles raised his royal standard here on August the 22nd, 1642. I had to think about that then. But anyway, Nottingham's not famous for this castle at all. I mean, I live here and I didn't even know this history about this castle, but everyone around the world knows Robin Hood. So let's go see him. So Robin Hood actually began his bandits in the 14th century. So again, a long time ago. So we're just coming up to Robin Hood now. So you've still got the castle behind me. So Robin Hood's hideout is actually quite a way away from here. So it's roughly about 26 miles away from my location now. And it's actually the major oak in Sherwood Forest. So it's just one straight road up there. So you can get a taxi there if you wish. He did have some friends called the Merry Men, and of course he had a missus as well. I did forget her name, but I ain't got much data, so I can't really search it up right now. As the books and films show, Robin Hood always drinking, and this is him behind me. Obviously just a statue of him. So he is always drinking, and when they're not drinking, they are out stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. And that was the main story of him. People, obviously, it is a fairy tale of course, but if you do think there was an actual Robin Hood, please put us a comment if you actually think, because I think there's got to be someone who was like him, got to. But this castle is absolutely huge. I've only been in it once, and I've lived here my whole life, 21 years and 22 years. I've only been in it once, but this castle, it is actually quite big. I mean, you can see it from anywhere, it's that big. But there is little holes and stuff like that. I don't know if they were used, but we are coming on like a little signage poster in a second, just while we're walking down to the oldest inn in England, which is insane. So I'm just looking at these rocks, and they do look like sandstone, to be fair. Right, we're at the signpostage now. So this rock stood here for more than 4,000 years. No, 400,000 years. So it's actually made up of granite, pebbly rocks called Nottingham sandstone. I did not even know that either. But honestly, I'm going to take a photo of it now, and I will pop it up here just because it's a lot of reading. But there is an image here as well. And I mean, I don't know if I can fit all that in. It's massive. But yeah, like I said, we're going to take a walk down to the oldest inn in England. I don't think it's open yet. I don't even know what the time is. I think it opens at 11. Oh, it's 11 minutes past 11. Right, let's go sit down there because there's quite a lot of people. You've got Nottingham Castle there, and the oldest inn. It's actually built into the side of, and the cliffs and the caves. It's actually insane. This is the second time filming this video. So about 2 weeks ago I did have a go. I did have a meal here, nice fish and chips, so I'll put that up now. So this inn was actually built in 1189. So the locals here call it the Trip. It's actually called, are you ready for this? Ye Old Trip to Jerusalem. I did say it right, I had to practice at work a couple of times on how to pronounce it. They do actually say this building is one of the most haunted places in Nottingham, which I've had a meal there, and that's, yeah, me and my tummy turned a bit. Might be just sat next to a ghost or something. But let's go take a walk down to the caves, of course. Can't go in them today, but I do recommend it. Like, I've only been in the castle once, I've been in the caves a couple of times, but it's worth to explore it, definitely. So we are just coming up to the caves now. So like I said, can't go in them today, but I have some facts about them. So there's actually 800 caves, well over 800 caves underneath my feet now. So if you've been to Nottingham, you've been standing above a cave. So red light, mate. Slow down. So the people actually lived in these caves, and they worked there. They lived there, of course. They did everything because overcrowding and overpopulation here in Nottingham was such an issue. They didn't make buildings higher. They just dug underground, and people lived there. That was the homes. Obviously, in the wars, they did use the caves as air raid shelters to protect themselves from the incoming bombardment from the Germans and their allies. So if you have been to Nottingham, do you know what, let's have a look down here. I haven't been down here for years. If you have been to Nottingham, you know that it's quite hilly, and there's a lot of side streets. I mean, where on earth is this taking me now? Like, I live here, for God's sake. But we do have a lot of little canals going through Nottingham, especially around the city centre. Let's go left. Who would have thought just on my day off work, I'll be just walking around Nottingham? Never thought that. And like I said, little canal. You could take one turning and you'll be at a canal. It's actually quite a nice city, to be fair. Obviously with like the crime and stuff, it is actually quite a nice city. So if you've ever been to Nottingham, just let me know, just put it in the comments, because I do want to know, like, has anyone actually been to Nottingham? Because when you come around, I mean, my subscribers, I'll pop it up now, make sure you subscribe. I mean, why wouldn't you, for a start? I mean, this is a brand new camera, I've just brought it, and it's not cheap at all. But a lot of my subscribers are from America, so if American actually has been to Nottingham, please let me know, because I really want to know if you have not. So with Nottingham, you've got so many different ways to get in and out of Nottingham. You've got the airport, of course, it's in between Nottingham, Derby and Leicester. Then you've got the train system, then you've got taxis, you've got buses, you've got trams here. So that's all the city centre. It's very busy there. I don't really want to get people on film and stuff like that, so I'm not going to go there, but we do have the Christmas market on at the minute. But if you look at the I'll pop it up now. If you look at the council house, the locals here always go to the left hand side tiger. That's our meeting point here. That's what the locals here, whenever we meet our friends, we say meet at the left lion. So there's a little thing for you there. But a lot of people here in Nottingham, especially the older generation, to greet people we say "Hey up my duck." I don't know if they say that anywhere else, but just the Nottingham people I find out that say that, especially my nonna. She says it quite a lot. I mean, if you're watching this, nonna, just like shout out to yourself. But also, I've only heard you say it once, but you have said it, so it's a Nottingham thing to me. Just while I'm walking back, here's a quick thing for you. Do you know what the famous film they have filmed here in Nottingham? I'll let you guess. Put your guesses in the comment section. You ready? They filmed, I forgot what it's called now. What's it called? I actually forgot what it's called. They actually filmed Batman here. I mean, they filmed it at Willerton Hall, which I found out when I was a little kid, of course. But yeah, if you go to Willerton Hall, it's not far from the town centre. You can get a bus there, tram there. But yeah, they filmed Batman there. Obviously all the Robin Hoods as well. But we do have here in Nottingham two of the most famous football teams in probably the world. I mean, you've got Notts County, you've got Nottingham Forest, and that's about it. But they are actually one of the shortest teams by stadium in the UK or the world. I'm not 100% sure, but they are very, very close. I mean, I've got some facts here now. I mean, right, so they are the closest football stadiums in the English Football League. They are split by the river, of course, and that is the River Trent. So the River Trent is actually the third largest river in the UK, and it spans 185 miles. So you could literally go from one side of the country to the other by that river. So Nottingham Forest was actually founded in 1865, and there was actually the first football team to ever wear shin pads, and that was in 1874. They also hosted the first game where Camera just fell over. Not very good. Are you going to stay now? I've literally moved at the tiniest bit and now it just wants to fall over. Please stay there. You're very expensive. I'll hold it now. And the first team to have a referee use a whistle, and that was in 1878. So to be fair, there is actually a lot of history just by Nottingham Forest. I mean, they are second in the Premier League, and congratulations to them. I didn't support Forest. I don't really like them, to be fair, but they are doing very well, and I don't like it. So Notts County, which is the north side, say, of the River Trent, they haven't been doing very well. I prefer Notts County. I prefer Notts County out of both of the teams, just for my dad's following. My dad's a Liverpool fan, so yeah, and a Notts County fan. So I'm not supporting Liverpool, no chance, but I support County, of course. So they actually play in League Two, and they were founded in 1878. So that actually makes them the world's oldest professional football club. So come on, that's quite a lot of history for Nottingham. Before I end the video, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, comment, just let me know if you've been to Nottingham. But do you know what is so famous about Nottingham, which I can just take with me, is that we have something called Goose Fair. And Goose Fair comes around once a year, and someone actually came up with a brilliant idea of putting mint sauce in the mushy peas. I mean, to me, that just tops it all off.